What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here for Vecna. With no CB, sorry.
Vecna!
Oh, yeah, that's great.
No way!
Wow. Nice, Wallace.
Wow!
Oh, that's an all-timer right there, baby.
I didn't know that was in there. I surprised myself.
See, I thought when you were singing on the intro, I was like, oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's just getting warmed up.
You're warmed up, yeah.
Welcome. Happy Thursday, everybody. Good to have you here. Let's kick off these announcements. Baddie, what do you got for us?
Nothing.
I love that.
I'm easy. I've been so busy for so long. I'm finally not, and I'm loving it.
What? There's not drops for everything in your life right now?
For once, no.
No.
Ooh, I gotta talk to you about something then.
Yeah. Sam, what do you got for us?
Just a reminder that my award-winning TTRPG show for charity over on twitch.tv/WonderWarrior Project picks back up with our next Imagine chapter of Tolkien's Middle-earth and our show, The Fourth Age. This will be in Book 2, Chapter 6 is where we're starting. You can catch all of the VODs on that channel. And the first day back will be whatever the first day, Tuesday of April is. Actually, April Fools. Love that for us. And it'll be each Tuesday in April because there's 5 weeks. Next. Oh, CB's in that too.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, I don't have much here. I put a video on YouTube like an hour-ish or so ago. And look, we can yeah, there we go. Pop it up right there. There's the thumbnail for you.
Hey.
There's been some pretty sizable updates to D&D Beyond maps as of Tuesday. So we've got the ability to group our characters together. We can attach overlays to tokens, so for auras and things, as well as a few other quality of life stuff. So it's worth checking that out. Yeah, that's about it right now.
Can we all
fun
give
thumbnail.
Ted props for finally making a new set of thumbnails for all of his videos? There for a while, Shortbeard Ted was on there, and it was like, we gotta get Orange Wizard and him updated. So if you guys haven't used maps as a tool, you guys really need to try it out. My first experience was getting to do it with Ted's game and Phandelver and Below, and we've got to see the updates come along as they've continually made it better and better. It is officially the best place to play for new DMs and players. You guys can go out and get your 3 core books right now. I think they're even running, like, dude, they run sales all the time now, by the way. That was not the case when first D&D Beyond. You had to wait till like Christmas. Dude, there's a 25% sale going on, I think now. Go get your core 3 books. It's still the best place for new players to create their characters and to just understand the mechanics of a character sheet. So you get those core, and then you can get one of the modules to play, especially if you're a new group. Go out there and grab Icespire or what's the other one? Stormwreck. A starter box,
the blue dragon one. Yeah.
Or you can get Phandelver. Either of those. They have the maps already baked in them. It could not be easier. They had their own combat Dude, you have a combat carousel. Like, yeah. Hey, French Horn gets excited about
it's
combat
so
carousel.
excited for the combat carousel.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
That now has a mouse over combat carousel to see the names of the enemies. That was a new thing.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't recommend, like, that is the best place to play if you are starting up and you're grabbing that first group to figure things out. And it's been a joy to see it get updated each week. Like, and it has been almost every week that we play, there's been a new feature added onto it, which is very, very cool. And you get all the new artwork, like stuff that I've had to wait for a very long time on the high end side that we do with Foundry. You just have that now. So 100% great for new players and for people that may not even be new. Just you're short on time. Like if you have a limited amount of time to prep, that is the way to go for sure. Good stuff. Wallace, what you got for us?
I got nothing. I'm ready to play.
You know any more loot? Nothing you can think of?
I mean, I'll always take more loot. Do we got loopholes at the beginning?
Okay, so I'm
a Destiny player. Don't threaten me with a good time.
2 tokens and a blue.
2 tokens and a blue.
So the number one question inside my Discord and on YouTube comments: hey, can you show me them tables? Well, let me tell you just how easy it can be. It's the Dungeon Master's Manual's tables. We just happen to have when you buy
Pretty ones.
well, they ain't TED tables now. You ain't getting the fancy remastered. Okay, that's Ted's work over there. But like the core, when we all started this, it's already there. The tables are in the new Dungeon Master guide. So go out and get the new DMG. The tables are in there, and if you buy it for Foundry, it creates the easy rollable table for you. But if you just have the book, it's a percentile die, and you can have at it. So it's there. It's already there. People just forget about rollable tables because I think they made a bunch of worthless rollable tables over the years to where you're like, I don't need this is 12 options that I don't even need in my game.
Yeah.
Rollable table. So I can't recommend that enough. That's in you see how we do it on the channel. You can literally recreate it on your own. So be free, my little birds. Roll all the loot. I think it is a testament more towards don't worry about loot breaking your game, just have fun. I think there is an air of going, I just need to balance everything, and it's just you don't have the capability of doing that. So just play, have fun, and everybody loves loot, so enjoy yourselves. I think D&D is a game that people play a whole bunch and never see half the loot, because it's just they see in the module it's like, well, we got this one shitty ring out of this encounter. It was optional. If you picked up a rock, it was underneath it. I think they're just a little bit loot timid, so enjoy your loot. And that's my PSA. But we need to pick up where we left off last session. Finally ending their exodus in Eberron. You guys have earned some legendary loot, revealed some wild truths of the world there, and have begun that long walk back to Platform 9 to take the lightning rail back to your own material plane. You leave Eberron, gaining back Kalthorr, Egrik, and Landro.
Let's go.
However, both Egrik and Landro are still in docent form.
Yeah.
We just lost Egrik too.
As the party finally boards that lightning rail in the abandoned city of Narcissus, if there's anything you wanted to do before getting on that train, now is the time to do so.
Can we get just an update on what? Because last time, so especially for those of us who weren't here when we came through this city last time, it was a terror show where we had to casually play D&D in the 40 plus to evade our stealth checks out of here. What does this city look like now?
Yeah, good question.
The city is largely abandoned. No more active patrol units, but they were always in the minority, most of which were all the non-sentient automaton Warforge. Every single one of them is frozen in place. No longer operable, the same way in which they all became non-operable whenever the Whispered One's magic left this plane of existence.
Loot the city. No.
Burn and pillage.
Said flawless, not Davik. Just
So yeah, since all these things kind of shut down in a post Whispered One scenario, it's just kind of like a weird, eerie robot statue kind of graveyard here. Is there? I don't know. My concern would be somebody else just like, hey, you know, here's a whole army just hanging out, waiting for somebody to grab it.
You want me to destroy them all?
I'm like, part of me is kind of thinking that, but I just want to, like, do I think something like that from what we've seen is possible, RoBear?
So from the kind of like the plot device that I gave you whenever everything deactivated, they were only able to operate with the Whispered One's magic.
Okay.
So whatever technology of creating non-sentient automatons wasn't possible. Basically, they had the schematics to create Warforge in the way that it creates life, but they don't have a way of making a mindless army again.
Okay.
So I don't destroy all of them.
Don't.
I mean, if you
there's the
want
trouble.
to, that's your prerogative. You were the one held and tortured, so.
And you basically see like the remnants of the turquoise spear and the Warforged that are here. They are also coming into the city because it's the only thing that has been habitable for them. The rest of everything else in the Mournlands is in ruins. So, you know, they're happy to take over this place and start making it their own. Also, it gives you a convenient connection to them via Platform 9 in case that you need to go back to Eberron for anything.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll just look to, Docent, Egrik, and Landro here and just say, is there anything... You guys spent a lot more time here than we did. Anything you want to do or have to do before we head back?
I feel like Landro would have all the answers to that question in particular. Right, Landro?
I was never a part of this city or what was done here. I don't think there's anything I can do for the soulless other than hope that the Warforged and the ex-knights of Seer put good use to their parts and not waste what was created with ill intent here.
Does that help at all, Theo?
It's pretty much what I was expecting, but All right.
You can see Recoil is up on top of one of the buildings, kind of like strong middle-aged dad. He's found the ladder. Like the he's over there. It's like pulling one of the guns off of the Warforged gunner. We're keeping the guns.
That's fair. No, I guess I'm good to go then.
How unfortunate.
You think Isaiah would?
Isaiah, already on the train, has no idea that the guns are being removed while he's there.
I was just about to ask for it. Do we think he would want to take the gun?
We will absolutely. Recoil will take that gun that he's pulled off. Send this back with your artificer. You might want to put this on the train, as you will gain a sentient or a non-sentient automaton gunner turret for your personal lightning rail now.
A Gurrit. I actually think I like that. Gurrit. Something about it.
Not good mouthfeel on that.
No.
Not like a fillet of
Think
fish.
of gizzards.
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 What you can tell now by passing what was in the pools that was tainted largely seems to be gray matter from the gray matter engines that was infused with magic from Vecna. As you can see, it's just looks like a giant pool of mercury now. No different than what you would find that had filled the larger Warforge.
Good. Yeah, I don't think I have anything specific to do or say.
Just real small. Well, it's kind of a moorland situation. Is there any like plant life that I can see, or is it all just desolate here? Just even if it's just like a weed or something.
I mean, non-Maliki plant life? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, like something that would have originated here.
Man.
Yeah, it's tough because of the whole desolate wasteland thing. So,
dude, no matter where you go, there's some Johnson grass.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
There's like a small patch of radioactive resistant kudzu, some Johnson grass.
So I guess I'll just look for like whatever the Eberron equivalent of
give me a survival check. Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Let's see the roll. Survival or nature, your choice.
If you get in that one, there's ticks.
Ew.
Moorland ticks? No, thank you.
Don't bring those home with us.
And that's how we got bed bugs in Neverwinter.
Say.
Natural
Let's
20.
go.
Just say.
All right, no ticks.
How about a natural 20?
Get them next time.
What up, Desert Rose? You know what? We're gonna make it look really cool too. It's going to look like metal. It's gonna have every bit of the metallic finish of a copper rose, but it's not. It's just the actual plant that has mutated over the course of the morning that makes it look like it's actually metal.
Davik will just go over to it. Is it just a singular rose?
With a natural 20, there can be as many roses in that bramble patch as you want.
Okay, because I wouldn't take the last one. He will just kind of just that would suck.
And like that, the copper rose was extinguished from existence.
So just very carefully, just in his pouch of just like, like tools, some of the stuff you've seen him use in his Zen garden, just kind of gently like scoop it out with like a little dirt around it, and just very carefully put it in his sack. Doesn't really say anything about it, but he just wants to take this with him back to Neverwinter and possibly plant it at home.
You weren't trying to hide it. You just kind of grabbed it.
No. Just it was just very
Okay.
very casual, nonchalant, not trying to hide it. It's just Davik's off picking flowers, like just grabs it and puts it in his sack.
Davik, what even are you doing over there? Why?
Sorry, I sort of have a affection for nature, and I don't know if we'll ever be back here again. And I know you may have some hard feelings towards this place, but this is part of our story. And I don't know, maybe if we get it home and we see it grow at home, some part of me has to think that that's a sign that they're doing okay over here.
It's a great way to look at it.
You don't mind, do you, Mr. Kalthorr?
Keep your flowers. It's fine.
Just kind of tuck it away, and then in the earth where he kind of moved the earth around and picked it, he'll just like druid craft, just to kind of cover up what he took away from it.
How does Druidcraft work, by the way, RoBear? Is it like here, since some of us have access to it? I'm just curious with all the dead plants and stuff. Is it possible? I mean, I know obviously we've done some divinely created new plant life, but
not only do you have access to what is indigenous to Eberron, you have access to everything that would be back on the material plane, and you have access to what grows in the glade of Maliki, since you guys have all been there and been blessed.
well, you know what? Following kind of suit with Davik sort of replacing what was taken, I think it's not really something I've done it too much, but I think Theodore will druid craft those fire bloom flowers that we found in the Evernight that Numi gave, hooked us up with. We'll make a little fire bloom plant here. Just as a parting gift.
As you guys are kind of leaving your mark on restoring the Mournlands, this is the first time you guys have been on the opposite side to really see that what is left of the hangar in the mountain fortress. And even just in your time walking back to platform 9, the overflow of lush green has already completely rolled down that mountainside down to the ground that you walked on.
Ooh.
So cool.
The regrowth is spreading fast from what Maliki has touched.
Hell yeah.
And that can only be beneficial for the folks that still live here. Even if it's just an easier way to get up the side of the mountain, to get up and out of the valley, is a huge win. Let alone just restoring a biome to this absolute desolate area.
Yeah, because was everything, or at least plant life wise, was that all destroyed in the morning? Or was it over time?
A lot of it was, and then it was just like the hardiest stuff. It was, you know, you got your cacti, your tumbleweeds.
So it looks like California. Got it. That sucks.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough.
Okay.
I hope none of this is invasive.
It is the most invasive, actually.
I was gonna say, it's by definition, this is invasive.
But
Egrik doesn't know that.
there was nothing left for it to invade, so nature finds a way.
Beneficial invasion.
Just like the end of Monster Hunter not being able to not drop a quote from Jurassic Park.
He finds a way, you know?
I think Remy will go and probably take a small, like 375 of like VSOP that he's probably had on his body for a while and do the classic move of like scooping up some sand from the Mournlands and putting that in that small brandy bottle. Somebody's got to be a boomer here and take some of the sand.
I don't know. This just makes me think of the Brady Bunch when they go to Hawaii, and then I think it was Marsha or Jan who took one of the volcanic rocks and it like haunted or it cursed them until they returned it. All I think about when people take things from places, you're gonna get cursed. I saw the Brady Bunch. It ruined us.
Marsha did this. She brought back the spirits.
Marsha.
Oh God.
Egrik touches nothing.
For all the kids in the chat, the Brady Bunch was a TV show from back in the day.
Don't do that.
It was called a sitcom. It's a whole thing.
Do you like sit on the computer?
When I grew up, I didn't realize that Gilligan's Island was in syndication. I thought it was a new show.
I thought that Gilligan's Island was Gullah Gullah Island.
Well, those are very different things.
Well, when I was a kid and heard them both,
I get it.
Two very different things.
If you haven't seen Harlem Globetrotters, Gilligan Island's crossover movie / episode, you're not living. God, what a bunch of old.
We look great. Cheers to us.
That's right.
Drink your ginger ale.
I mean, I was gonna say there's a lot of gray in the beard showing up right now. Let's just.
So, you guys make your way back towards the platform with nothing else on your current list. There is no train here.
Bad tracks. That was not a pun. It just came out that way.
It was so good. I was like, quick. That tracks.
Well, I think
What did we tell Tana? Did we tell her just keep checking?
Yes, that's literally.
As Tana, what did you tell her?
Tana's been waiting in the parking lot.
Just circling
the lot. And I would say that it's probably a very long hour and a half that you guys wait inside the city before it's like you see Tana like hanging out the side, like having the time of their life, taking this lightning rail God knows where else that it may connect to in the multiverse, but your train finally arrives.
Oh, it's that awkward thing where we're like, all right, bye, Recoil. Bye, everybody. And then we all just stand there for an hour and a half. And we're like,
You could keep talking, but no.
Are you guys gonna leave? Like, if you're not, we can use a couple extra hands here.
Train's coming. This must be off schedule.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Recall just keeps working from place, taking guns off, taking arm blades. Like, train's still not here. Yeah.
I'd really help, but it could come up any minute. It's just.
Tana opens up the sidecar.
Oh, thank God.
What took you guys so long?
You had to pick up friends.
I can't. I saw that. She looks up and goes, "You don't know how many times they tried to stop this thing." I had to go in, full blaze every time, and you can see there are stacks and stacks of empty crates that were ready to be loaded onto the lightning rail and sent back. I would have to come back at like the craziest hours when they weren't trying to like get on this thing, and it just kept. We were just here longer and longer, and I mean, I don't doubt you all, but I kind of did.
How long would you, if you had to put a time to it, would you say it's been?
In Eberron?
I don't know. Like, I know she's been circling, but I don't know how far she's been circling. So I don't know if she's gone back at all, or she's just keeping it local.
Oh God, no! I didn't go back. I was if I went back.
Yep.
I didn't know if I would come back. There's all these other crazy towns on this other side. There's a lot more dino riders than what I ever thought. They weren't happy that I didn't have anything on the train at all.
It's been about 2 years, in case anyone's asking. 2 years.
All right, let's go home.
Tana kind of gets out. 2 years.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It's a long story.
Tana kind of like leans over and you hear, I can't tell. It kind of always looks disheveled like shit. He never really gets fancied up for anything. I can't. And then
it's like a 3-day train ride. We'll fill you in.
And then she looks at like it's kind of that moment where like the sunlight is obscuring a bit of your body and it walks forward and then like you can see the sheer scars and like some of the hair that's gone stark white like Obama's first term, like oh she's going to bite her tongue and I am so sorry. And that's when she looks over and sees Egrik for the first time.
Yeah, I have no idea who you are.
No, you met Tana.
No, she hadn't.
I think only Isaiah met
Only
Tana.
Isaiah went there.
And then us when we saved her.
It's because I played Tana. That
I know that you played, but
no, we never went back.
Yeah, we never did.
We were heading there.
We were.
And then you bit the coin.
That's right.
I died.
That was stop 2 on the list after Ogglesweed was Tana.
We were literally gonna go there next. Oh, that's funny.
Tana's like, that goblin's fine as fuck, and then gets on the train.
from my mom. He died. Everyone I loved is dead. Except for everyone here.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll all find out what it's like to go back home.
Yeah. Guess so.
Like, what if we do if I don't make it through?
You will.
Okay, but like, what if I don't?
You will.
Circle the train back again.
We'll figure it out.
Come back and find you, like we just did.
Thanks, Davik.
You have to.
That's right.
Maybe just hold her real tight, Mr. Kalthorr, and that way she can't.
Is there anywhere to sit? I know you described crates, but is that like where we can sit?
There is like a front, like sleeper style cabin that's here that has like bunks, and there's some benches, and then there's the complete cargo hold. So yeah, it's not a
You're just
full on
gonna sit
passenger
on a
train,
bench.
but there's plenty of places.
Kicking her
Yeah.
feet.
It's a tight fit, I'm assuming, right? It's a bit of a tight fit for me.
If you sit down, you like against the wall.
Oh, we look back and we're like, oh god, does somebody have reduce? We gotta like
Give him the
Cargo hold. I got it.
like being in the back of your buddy's pickup truck. You gotta lay down flat to get back to the material plane.
Or the
You know what?
no 4 doors, the 2-door cars.
You get to feel like me every time Noah's like, oh, hey, don't worry, I'm gonna go and get us the cab. And he decides that Taffy, me, and him can get in a Prius together.
I mean, you can't.
That's some real Noah shit. That's exactly
The lawyer
Every
doesn't spring
Noah-
for the XL. Shocker. I mean,
Oh, catching strays on the other on the other campaigns.
Christ.
listen, I give it to him just as bad to his face on Monday, so
True,
it's
it's
fine.
no doubt. Every Noah cab ride, I got a good idea of what the floorboards look like in whatever compact sedan we're in.
Oh man.
Love you, Noah.
Have you
Oh, I'm crying.
You guys load up on platform 9, make your final waves like it's the end of Back to the Future 3. And you guys haul ass into that lightning rail tunnel, disappearing from the plane of Eberron. It is not a long ride. Most of the time, when going to the destination, it feels the quickest when you get there versus coming back. But it's an odd order this time. It felt excruciatingly long getting back or getting to Eberron. It might be that your thoughts lingered to what exactly is going to happen with Egrik. What's the city going to be like? How much time has passed since we've been in Eberron? Is anyone doing anything to
Watching
try?
Egrik.
Sitting, waiting, just kicking her feet. I don't think she would want to do much. It's anticipation. That's all she embodies.
Embodies.
What were you saying, RoBear? Is there anything anybody's doing? What?
To try
Doing the
to predetermine an outcome.
That. Which
that
outcome?
I said it to that. That's ominous.
Yeah, it was so ominous. I don't like that.
Literally just recanted where your thoughts were at of Egrik's situation, time passing, what's happened in Neverwinter. I'm asking you if anyone is doing anything to affect or try to manipulate those outcomes.
I want to be, before we try anything of this caliber of magic, I want to be in an area where there's not funky dead zones and like the world makes some more sense and like the gods have more direct access. That's where I'm at. Like, let's put ourselves in the most optimal situation before we start messing with fate. But
To be clear,
yeah,
that's not an opportunity before the outcome has already been determined.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
I understand the trepidation.
Yeah.
However, you have not traveled anywhere else other than Eberron. And only Tana has done that. This will be the first time trying to reconnect back to Platform 9 in Neverwinter. So if you wait till you get to Neverwinter, the dice will decide.
Oh, you mean like if an exorbitant amount of time have passed or stuff like that?
Egrik, time, all of it.
Okay. Well, so yes, I would like to do something. What I can do is a different story. The answer is ultimately yes, I would like to help affect us in a positive way. So if you're asking if he would, but he just doesn't know how. Is this something, I'm trying to figure out what even kind of spells would do this, because the lightning rail gets us to the location, but I don't want to try to like screw with that.
So Kalthorr obviously has had some time and practice in using his spark or traversing planes a little bit here. Closing, could he try to use his spark to help kind of connect us to our home? Because when I planeswalk, when that happens, there isn't like a time passage or a dilation or breaking. There's clearly a direct connection in some way. Could Kalthorr use his spark to help kind of connect us to where we're supposed to be, when we're supposed to be?
Absolutely. Not only have you established that you can move between the planes, but we also just did the seal back on the portal where you and Theodore jointly wove the fabric of time back together again.
Good with the needle. Big needle.
By the way, I just got the mental image of Kalthorr riding on top of the train and bear hugging it and planeswalking the train as a
That's awesome.
Come with me.
Picking it up.
You're the size of a dragon dog at this point. A train. Yes, so that is possible. And in this case, I think that Isaiah will be watching, not helping in this case because they have not planeswalked themselves, but this will be a opportunity for Isaiah to essentially see how the hell this is done and possibly give him advantage on his first attempt. So, when the time is right, Kalthorr is going to try to use his own spark to help this train as it travels across the multiverse.
Kind of like a tuning fork, the Lord of Blades sword as well.
Isaiah will walk over to you as you've made your intentions clear on how you're going to ignite your spark and envelop this entire train. I picked up something along the way that I think can help us. He's going to pull out that lightning rail core.
Yeah.
That was looted whenever you guys took over the cidery. Functionally, it's a wand of lightning bolt, but it is absolutely a lightning rail core. So Isaiah will, in fact, join in with you, assisting, granting you advantage on that roll.
Do I think there's any more that can be done with the train? With you got a whole bunch of people assisting with planeswalking and train movement here. Do we think there's room for any more assistance on that, or should I try to focus on Egrik in some way?
With the additional of the lightning core, you pretty much have your best shot at transporting it onto the timeline that you want it to be, without dilation. So you would be on to the next scenario of guessing what is going to happen with Egrik leaving Eberron.
Yeah.
Now, just to recant, you did have the complete sense that your work was done on Eberron when you took the Lord of the Blades and crossed him over. You left a society that once again respected their own mortality and brought basically the sense of life back into their cycle of life and death inside of that community. So you left with Warforge and humanity once again working hand in hand. However, you're on Eberron, so you get no messages from your own god. It's basically, once you're there, it's going there with no cell phone. So you have no idea of whether you can leave or not. But in your heart of hearts, you feel like you've completed your task.
Could I use a channel divinity to help assist one of them?
Unfortunately, you can't reach into the divine yet because you're still leaving.
Oh boy. All right.
This is why true resurrection was off the table whenever you asked on the other side. These things all come from Erebos or other gods. The only way that Maliki manifested was through that natural 20. And even then, it was the gifts. It was not still Maliki herself. If you had not gone to the glade already and experienced that and been able to bring pieces of that back, that still would have been very different.
Yeah. So without that capability of like true resurrection or something similar, I'm really struggling on how we can. I mean, I hate to play the let's wait and see what happens to Egrik.
Should we all like hold hands or something?
I'm down.
I'm not ruling that one out. Remind me, a docent is like a soul, or just make that.
Docent's like a friendlier version of a soul coin, except for the fact that it's more Pokeball like and is a machine that is able to basically it's not holding the soul. It's a place, I guess it's like a container. It's it gives the soul the ability to traverse. Now, most docent aren't able to create a holographic form of themselves. That is very Egrik and God blessed. Most of the time, the docent is a kind of like a floating computer that goes into something else. However, that is the power that Egrik has and has given Landro as well. So there is a thought in your minds that maybe just the machine works and it will work the same on the material plane as it has done on Eberron.
Oh boy.
I'm down to find out.
I'm trying.
What am I gonna do? Die?
Davik will just extend his hand to Egrik, and then I guess to whoever's next to him to
grab it.
do a hold hand circle.
The intrusive thoughts of my brain, Sam immediately went to just immediately
Egrik's rolling around.
an Egrik Bond intro.
Vecna.
You know what? What does Remy think? He's more in tune with this stuff than I am. I'm like, I got magic, but he's got more knowledge of spirits and souls, and this seems adjacent to that.
Yeah. Theodore, we got a certain factor in here that normally I don't have to deal with, and that's a machine that I don't understand or know how it works. Most of the time when we got spirits walking around, ain't nobody else gonna see them except for me. Everybody can see Egrik.
All right.
I do know this. The minute that Egrik returns to our world, they're gonna know.
Question: did we the images of like Vecna invading the different timelines and universes? We all saw that, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, Davik's just gonna say, it's gonna work. It has to. We saw all the other options, all the other ways it can play out. but this is the one where we win. And he'll look at Egrik, and he'll look at Kalthorr, and he'll look back to the rest of the group. And we don't do that without everyone. It's gonna work.
Yes. Thank you for your positive thinking, Davik. Okay.
Rip my soul, DM.
All right.
Here we go.
So, to be clear, no modifications for Egrik on the way there. Kalthorr, with the assistance from Isaiah, is going to try to ensure the proper timeline this lightning rail ends up on.
No pressure.
Anybody having second thoughts now?
No.
Remy will go and sit down with Egrik on the other side and hold his hand out to the side as they've done many a times, and take her hand if she's willing.
Oh, she is. And she's still holding Davik's too. So now she's holding both of yours very happily.
Did we use all our super advantages?
I think so.
Yeah.
If we end up taking a little side quest, and that's what I'm going to call this, is a little side quest, you'll be dragging me along too. So I've been jealous of you doing all that walking off on your own over in Eberron.
Yeah, it's been pretty great. You should not ever do it, Remy. Stay with the group.
I don't have 300 feet of Twilight vision. I can only see about 30 feet in front of me, okay?
Well, sorry. Not all of us are blessed. Hey, Remy, I'm dead, by the way. Don't forget that.
Egrik, I've been dead inside for 83 years.
That's very different.
And we should talk later. I don't know if Dose and Egrik processes emotions. She's just like, this feels like not a good conversation.
It's E-coded, and that's what's great.
We'll check in again emotionally later.
I'll hold out my other hand to Theodore to see if he'll.
Yeah, I'll jump
Form the
in.
chain.
Why not? I'll form the chain.
Kalthorr. Grab their hands.
I think it's fitting.
Sword.
The only way that we need to do this is literally by popping the hatch on this lightning rail.
I thought you were gonna say we get in a circle around Kalthorr and play like ring around Kalthorr.
Kalthor's on the roof, isn't he?
Like I legit was thinking, oh, that's so cute.
We have to do this Kalthorr style because it is only fitting. Kalthorr, as you open up that top hatch,
I'm riding a train. I'm riding a lightning storm. My dream.
You have that lightning core in your hand. When you look up, it is just this wild elemental storm, something you haven't seen since Zendikar. There is nothing but a tempest of multicolor electricity and floating objects, and just this almost like pandemonium meets Zendikar. It is wild. When you actually climb the ladder to go up, you go into your complete elemental form just to exist outside of the train. So it is your complete form, but nothing but swirling lightning and fire. You are currently an elemental while you do this.
Of course. Cool.
You begin manifesting as much of your energy as possible, holding on to this lightning core. It gives you that extra bit of energy that surges through you. You grow in size as you begin to rage. But it is you encompassing the actual lightning that is enveloping around this train. Kalthorr's legs, you can see, are still there, but if you were to look outside, he is essentially becoming the bullet train. Kalthorr.
Choo choo.
I need you to roll your spark ignition with advantage. This will be a 3-part skill challenge.
Yeah, maybe I should have just used wish.
This is fun.
We have 4 of them. We have 4 of them.
You guys know this. Nobody brought it up.
It's funner this way.
He said at this point in time.
Don't make me say the other thing I could say right now.
Every party dies with 3 wishes in hand and then goes, I lived a lifetime full of regrets. You could have used them. All right.
Oh, I can't use that anymore. That's now for saving throws and templates. It doesn't have an attack roll to it. Should I use?
Oh, that's right. That's right. We changed it. It's just the AoE now, so it doesn't have that on it. Yeah, you can just go ahead and swing with your sword. It would be plus 19 as it is. So
NBD. Oh, I thought it was a 20. It was an 8.
36 success. You're trying to get back home with as little time passing as possible. You feel like any of the exterior pushing and pulling of the threads you're able to keep at bay. As you keep chugging along, everyone else, you can literally be watching this out of the windows as everything begins to change. As all of that pandemonium and lightning stops. And the void is filled with purple and black fog. Only Kalthorr's lightning and light leading the way. And you all understand this immediately, that what surrounds you is the multiverses that the Whispered One has already invaded. You're trying to guide back what you understand now is a needle in a haystack. Before Kalthorr's second roll, you begin to hear whispers invading. is there anything that you want to do on the train as you guys are holding hands watching this?
Okay. I have a question, a thought. There's a spell that I have that I like, and you can tell me no, that's fine. It normally works for one person. I haven't cast it yet because we only just got 8th level spells at the end of last session. Would you, via check or otherwise, or through my fancy new item, jumping it up to 9th level potentially, allow me to cast this spell, which I will drop here in the chat, in a like larger format. It lasts 24 hours, not concentration.
Not even wish?
Exactly.
If Kalthorr fails,
Okay.
and you need to protect your party inside of this zone, yes, I will award this to protect the entire party as a failsafe.
Cool.
Currently,
that is
you do not need it because of Kalthorr's planeswalking protection and assistance from newly made planeswalker Isaiah, but that is a excellent backup.
Good job. Good thinking.
we haven't thought about it, but this is a future TED thing. Until I tell you otherwise, I cast this every morning when I wake up immediately on myself every day. Treat this like mage armor. This is every single morning when I wake up. I blow my 8th level spell unless I tell you otherwise.
No different than my
What they call it?
Cleric's 8th spell. I got you.
I'm not a guy.
I mean, it does blank your mind, so it all works out.
Yeah,
WotC couldn't put post-nut clarity as the name of the spell. So.
Talk about somatic components. Jeez.
Theodore has rode the dragon too many times. He needs. Oh
sorry
shit,
for
that's
derailing.
good.
Derailing
the train.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm in contingency mode. That's what I'm gonna plan to do.
All right. Even after Remy looks up and he can tell that we are officially in the weeds. It's setting in that there is nowhere to run. There's nowhere else to go. The immediacy of our quest for the Rod of 7 Parts. We gotta get the rest of these parts. And even then, I don't even know what the hell we're gonna do once we get all the parts. How are we supposed to fix all of this? It's gotten everything has gotten worse. But he's gonna take a deep breath and realize as he looks over that doesn't even matter at the moment, that he can be jettisoned to the front porch of the Whispered Ones, but it doesn't matter unless his party gets there together. And he realizes he needs to be strong for Egrik. He needs to be strong for the rest of his party. He takes a deep breath with no other drink in his hand, and he just gives a little extra tight squeeze and
I was
looks.
going to say she squeezes. I assume hearing that breath.
He's gonna be bobbing his head, and he looks over. He looks over to Davik because he knows that Davik doesn't give. and that he's wrong button. That he's gonna be strong in the face of no matter what odds. And so he makes sure to look over, make eye contact with him. He's gonna siphon off some of that courage from his friend.
Davik will definitely lock eyes with Remy, and you'll just see him smile and nod. Eerily calm.
Even Snow is full on laid down on the ground. He's got his head laid on the ground with his head across Davik's feet. Kalthorr. Roll number 2.
Everything's fine. This is fine. I'm fine.
Even better.
1 notch above. Success. As there's a moment you guys traverse to where everything goes pitch black. There's no up, there's no down. There is only darkness.
Is it magical darkness? Or is it like we can see through it? Or like could Egrik see through it? Or is it just a magical darkness?
Egrik.
Yes.
For the
What did they
first
do?
time since you left the material plane, the only thing that you see is that burning eye of Vecna on the horizon.
Is it like the Eye of Sauron? We're
Oh,
looking
yeah.
into the Palantir. Oh, both hate and love that.
It blinks and eerily twitches and watches over the void. No one else can see this but you and Remy. Once you draw close enough.
How would Remy react, body language wise?
Palm sweaty, mom spaghetti. Dudes, when a tiefling sweats, it's bad news.
That's okay. She's nothing right now.
The
Would I
rest
be
of
able
you
to
enter
do
the
anything
void.
with, or is he talking to us right now? Was it everybody that heard the whispers?
Everyone heard the whispers, yes.
Okay, but only 2 of us see the eye.
And currently on this timeline, it is still the same where Vecna, you and Vecna are still linked, but Vecna does not know of your specific existence still. Doesn't know your names. You prevented that the last time. Your sacrifice
Oh my
was
God,
making
the wi-
sure.
The
But-
secrets, that's what it was. All the secrets.
Yep. Are you guys doing anything in this void of Vecna?
I think about this time, Davik's confidence isn't wavering, but you'll see him kind of close his eyes, and he thinks he's saying it to himself, but you guys can hear it. He's actually saying it out loud. And not knowing what will happen, he's Razor, if you can see me, if you can see us, get us home.
Davik says a prayer. Kalthorr. One final check.
As Kalthorr has kind of fully embraced the royal, if you will, the arcane energy surrounding him, or I guess the elemental energy. Almost kind of like a thunder in the distance. That low rumble. I would say all of you here, as he readies his last attempt to bring us home. You would all hear a "Bring her home." I am gonna luck that immediately.
Could I
was
give
gonna
you
say
one of my
before you-
lucks?
Can Remy give inspiration here?
Typically, an inspiration would be of assistance. However,
Okay.
there is no way that Remy can inspire Kalthorr in what he's doing. Kalthorr will have to use his innate abilities to do so. Luck is always outside of the game. It's not something that happens within. So any version of luck can be used, whether it's a player or his own card.
Yeah, hearing that, I think Egrik would
You got this, buddy.
Okay.
give you one of my lucks.
All right.
Okay.
And I am just right up adding a D6 on top of it. I want.
I will mark it.
No roll necessary.
Okay, I
Oh,
won't.
great.
Never mind, I'm lying.
I won't mark it.
You do not have to make that roll. With a DC 36
Let's go.
success.
So sweaty.
Not as sweaty as Remy.
Kalthorr, you are literally shifting the train between tracks that are silver threads of timelines and lifelines, trying to navigate back to just the correct spot.
Home.
You find your North Star and you focus on it. You put the Eye of Vecna out of your mind. You focus and you home in on that bit of twilight that's out there. This is the pathway home at the right time. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And you open them back up. And there are an infinite ring of those stars, all with Vecna's eye on them as it surrounds you. You've successfully navigated to the right time. Now you have to find the right multiverse. You all see this.
Okay.
How do you guys want to attempt to find out which one is home? kind of looks back at the rest of you. I've been driving this thing for like 3 days. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying.
You're doing great.
Kind of just points up to the top. Big man's got this.
I think. Oh, sorry.
Okay, just to Kalthorr, Davik will say, "Find Egrik," referencing the little spark that was left at our keep in Neverwinter, and see if maybe he can hone in on that.
So I'm gonna help you with this. You're trying to find the place that is absent of Egrik.
Okay.
You're 100% on the right track. What is something that is unique to your timeline? I'm gonna give it to you twofold. You can RP it the rest of the way out. The only thing that's left of Egrik is her Twilight candle that's back on your world. The candle is there and Egrik is here.
So just knowing that, because Kalthorr wouldn't have knowledge of that. Mr. Kalthorr, this world needs all of us. And I'll look at Egrik, and it needs you. And there's a place in this multiverse where you're not there. That's where we need to go.
Would I be able to feel my candle connection at all?
Absolutely. I want you and Davik. And since we're linked, all three of us are going to do this. 18, 19, or 20 is the number that we're looking for. We're going to do this at advantage because we're all helping each other, but we're scanning all those different bits of Twilight. Theodore is holding this spell in case we end up going into the void of a Vecna consumed world. It's up to us. I need you guys to go down and click D20 at the bottom of the roll log. We're going to do a first set of 3 together, and then we're going to do a second set of 3 together. We need
It's
one
just
of
a
us.
Flat D20.
Yes, one of us needs to hit 18, 19, or 20.
I got this. In the next one, I feel it later.
Oh my god.
It rolled off of it.
God.
So 10 plus 8 is 18. Could I use a lucky of my own?
Well, we're not done with the first roll.
Yeah, it's still an advantage, so get there first.
All right. Let's make that second roll.
Damn it. Damn it.
Oh! It keeps rolling, dude. It keeps rolling off.
This is infinitely more stressful than any advantage roll I've ever seen. This is toxic and mean.
The fact it's 3 of us.
One at a time.
Well, now's the time for that luck, I assume.
Yeah, my innate lucky.
I will burn one of mine as well.
I'll burn one of my new luckies.
All right.
Do you have an 8 ones, or do you need me to mark it off the sheet?
I have an 8.
Yeah, he's got an 8. We got
For
a
the
pile
first
of
time ever.
luckies now.
Oh my god.
For the first time ever. Do I need to click it?
Yeah. All right.
All right. Oh, come off it.
I see it. I see the number. It's like there and it's rolling off.
Oh
No.
goodness.
Oh, it is one adjacent each time.
I don't like this game anymore.
Y'all, this is the last attempt for us to hit 18, 19, or 20.
Yeah.
Cards are off the table here.
Yeah, we're scanning.
Okay.
We're scanning. We're looking, trying to find home.
18, 19, or 20.
Yeah.
Come on, dice. Oh, come on.
Guys, you had like nothing, almost nothing above 10.
It keeps rolling off, dude.
Look at the amount of 4s, 5s, and 9s.
That's wild.
The three of us desperately scan the sky, but we can't find home.
Can I feel Erebos at this point or not yet?
No, there is only the Whispered One. Theodore, you are the only one left right now, and you have to make a choice.
I know.
Are you going to scan the skies?
Yeah. Listen, contingency is great.
Would Isaiah scan the skies?
Yeah. Isaiah, you're awfully quiet.
I'm never.
Respectfully.
He would absolutely go and help Theo in this scenario and be so mouthy about us not finding home.
Mm-hmm.
How many people does it take to get a 20?
So is that, do I still have 18, 19, 20?
Yes, and you will have, as you and Isaiah run to the front of the train, I will roll for Isaiah clicking his token now.
Okay. Let me click on my token. Oh, there's no token. That's just going to be Ted, I think. Okay.
A Tedoken.
And Kalthorr didn't get to look because he's doing the thing.
And we both have advantage, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
Well,
quick
one roll
question.
at a time.
Quick question. Do you guys want me to continue to roll on my Dungeon Master seed, or do you want me to roll over here to Stream View that has not rolled, that's on a different?
Does it make a difference? Or
Different
can you
seed.
explain to me why?
It's literally superstition.
Yeah, roll on our normally one. Because we've been winning all night.
Okay. Do you want to go first, or should I?
Let's do it same time, baby.
All
3,
right. Are you ready?
2,
Count it.
1, go.
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
You did it! Stream, you did it!
Let's go!
It was good.
That one was there for a second.
Oh, we're never gonna, he's never gonna let this down on us. That is Isaiah.
Well, you know, we have advantage. We don't know what we don't know what we would have got.
Theo,
We don't know what we would have.
Theo.
Well, let's go for
He
that.
does some weird constellation stuff and just hones in on it.
I told you, light bright it.
Yeah, he light brights it.
All right. You want to do a second roll and count it down? Oh, never mind.
King Croc.
King Croc.
Who's that?
would have got it.
Did we count him as
Let's
Chris?
Go.
Team,
I am so sweaty.
well, you know, it's the grumpy twins over here that are upset with everybody else at this point.
No, it's our responsible one.
Yeah.
You for
Yeah, the
existing.
dads of the group stand
dad-
up and just be like, all right.
I told you to hold the
Hold
light
on.
straight. It's right there. How do you not understand? It's right there. I'm working. I'm not working over here. I'm working over here.
Oh, Kalthorr's also a dad, but he's like the fun dad.
This is
It's like trying to move a mattress. Your end's got to come down first. Your end's got to come down first.
Pivot.
No.
Pivot.
this is every time we get the telescope out with the nephews. It's right there. I can't see it. No, it's. How do I describe
Hey,
this?
Bring it out soon. It's gonna be a lot of fun stuff.
In a wild moment of last-minute desperation, you guys lock on to home. Kalthorr, the minute that you hear everybody down below screaming and pointing where to go, Theodore running back and showing you exactly which star to head to. You see the eye in its place just dematerialize. And it shines for what it is, that single bit of unfettered twilight. And it's like a warp gate. Everything slows outside, and you guys flash forward, bending light around you, and that train slams in to the station. You can hear the sizzle of the energy. The entire train is so hot that it's glowing bluish purple on the outside as it rolls in. Steam kicking off of this thing. Davik. We look down to our left, and both of our hands are empty. Egrik
What?
is not here. And the docent that Landro was in is laying powerless on the seat where Egrik was. Egrik. There's a moment when all time stopped for you. And you think that maybe you made a mistake. Because the train moves forward and you see your holographic form holding on to your friends, but you're no longer on that train. You're standing out in the void. But as the train leaves, so does all of the Whispered One's shadows. It's you in Twilight. And that's it. And you wonder if this is just how it was meant to be, that you didn't do anything wrong at all, but as a champion of Erebos, that it's maybe on to the next move. And you look, the last time that you walked his path, it's a very kind of Athenian paved road to Theros that took you there. Still completely in constellation and bathed in twilight, but it was this well-paved road that led you to where you needed to go. You don't see that this time. But you look all around you and you see one singular flame.
What color is it?
Twilight.
Do I feel a certain energy from it? Or do I only see it? Is that the only sense that I have with this?
You feel beyond like yourself again.
Beyond like myself?
You feel as if it's the most energized Saturday morning you've ever woke up on. You feel as if you have an energy that's flowing through you that you've never had before. You look at your own hands and you realize you're in a constellation form. Identical to Star Druid's constellation form. And the first form that you met Erebos in, you stand in, and you realize you're part of the sky for the first time. And you see that little twilight flame that's down there, and you know that's home.
I have a question. Am I able to move around normally in this space as this constellation? Or how does my movement work?
Like the man in the moon, you just figuratively stand up.
Could I potentially utilize this formation of constellation around me to pretty much form myself?
When you stand, you realize there's no reason to. This is you now. Your normal form is your constellation form. Changing and appearing as you once did as you walked the material plane as mortal is your transition.
I don't know how to take this.
You're a champion of Erebos,
Yeah.
Theros, and Eberron. Your constellation now shines over three different worlds. Theros, Eberron, and Faerun. All you have to do is become a shooting star and head right back down to whichever planet you choose.
Home. She would if she knows where home is. And with that spark of excitement, this burst of this beautiful fuchsia twilight glittering behind her would shoot straight toward this twilight flame. And as it comes closer and the brightness from it gets brighter, almost as her face of this twilight just feels like it's being hit with the warmest of suns. Just like a shooting star. Or like a Nyan cat. Which go right on through. Rainbow behind and all.
As the rest of you disembark from Platform 9, the building is there largely now intact. It's empty, but it's been completely renovated. Nothing is there. It is just a stock, clean building. The heartache that you have only lasts for seconds, thinking that you have lost your friend once again. But it is that transition between golden hour from twilight into dusk, just in time where you guys look up for the big glass panes of this warehouse and you guys see that shooting star in full twilight as it rages across the sky. I think, Davik, you would be the first one out of all of us, the most faithful, to realize just who and what that falling star is.
Immediately upon feeling that spark of recognition, I'll kind of just, not taking my eyes off it, just tap Kalthorr. Look, it's her.
Egrik, as you crash land into the courtyard back at the keep, still in your constellation form, when you hit the ground, it doesn't make a crater. It's simply the energy flows through you as this kind of like twilight lightning, and it creates your constellation burnt into the grass as it spreads to you, almost as if it's a crop circle of your twilight form. And you look over into the courtyard where your candle was, and you see that flame as it burns down to the very end. And as it goes out, the docent in your hand rises up. As the energy from the candle transfers over in to Landro's shell. Landro is now your twilight sphere.
No way.
Not only is the healing properties of that twilight sphere as intended, it also contains your candle-like advantage within it. So wherever your twilight sphere Landro goes,
That's
You have a
so
destiny
does its
ghost.
advantage. You have a destiny ghost. And yes,
That's so
Landro
cool.
also responds to Mercy as well, as you have known them as Mercy for a very, very long time.
That witch came from the moon.
Moon's haunted. Wow.
So, this is home.
Yeah. I hope you like it. We made it nice and cozy 2 years ago.
Landro will project their Mercy form and just give the biggest stretch. Oh. I'm going to have to get used to that shape again. And they will just curiously, very human-like, begin to explore the keep.
There's a guy's got a big eye somewhere. He cooks. You might see him in the kitchen. His name's Slop.
Hey, slop awake, slop awake, slop awake, slop awake. Egrik!
Wait!
Oh, you get the slobberiest of Cyclops hugs and kisses.
It doesn't bother her at all. Bring on the dirt and slobber.
I've been making so many sandwiches, Egrik.
I am starved right now.
Realizing she hasn't actually really felt hunger and fullness. It's just been, oh, this is a nice meal. Kind of drops right through her.
Egrik, you're warm. Ooh. Okay,
Like,
okay.
not clammy though, right?
No,
'Cause
not
Remy
clammy.
was.
You're hot. Remy always clammy.
Cool.
Remy needs to take his vitamins.
Remy needs to talk later.
Okay.
I didn't forget.
Slop, go make sandwiches. What does Egrik
Thank you.
want? Okay,
peanut butter and
meatball
pickles.
subs. Sounds good.
Oh, that's what I said.
So, for the rest of you, you will have
Squinting.
plenty of time to go back and investigate the cidery in whatever means that you want to. Just for the story beat wise, Kalthorr, he's gone off running in a full sprint. The rest of you know that the Obsidian Belay is there to pick you up, and you guys can all arrive at the same time back in the courtyard. And we're going to pick up right there after you guys take a quick break, refill your beverage.
So cool!
I told you not to worry about that true resurrection. I got you.
I just thought I was gonna come back as Egrik zombie.
That was so dope.
That's so
Good
neat. I
prop
love how you
circle.
integrated Mercy Landra. That's really neat.
Thank you.
Can't wait for you to break my heart later.
I was trying to figure out, am I going to build some sort of stone earth Egrik and then cast? Well, I was going to go like that and then like flesh to stone, reverse flesh to stone, and petrify it, then unpetrify it. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Mad scientist Theodore.
It's a wizard trying to
cracking.
Yeah, it's
Turn
a
it
wizard
on,
trying to bring somebody back to life. I don't have divine magic.
Oh.
Four wishes.
I'm just really glad that we don't have to go through and start ourselves in a Vecna controlled Neverwinter.
I wrote up a wish just in case.
All right, I'll be right back.
Chat,
That was
would you like
cool.
to hear my very lawyery wish?
Oh, we gotta hear it now.
All right. So if I was gonna have to bring Egrik back and not have her do what just happened, the wish was, I wish for Egrik to be resurrected, for it to occur immediately without harm, death, suffering, or negative consequences to myself, my companions, loved ones, or innocent beings. The result should be as intended in my thoughts, free from loopholes, misinterpretation, or unforeseen repercussions lasting permanently unless I explicitly state otherwise.
No takebacks at the end.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'll be right back.
I forgot what it was. I saw it was like a short or something where the guy like did the lawyer wish, and then like the genie was like, okay, yeah, I think you done it. I think you crafted the perfect wish. And the guy was like, all right, yeah, I wish for that. And then he points at the notebook by mistake, and the genie's just like, gives him the notebook. Oh man.
Yeah, well, listen, chat. RoBear said explicitly he's not out to just screw you on the wish, just be mindful of how you say it. So I said, I'm gonna write it in such a way that it'll hold up in court.
But is it more fun to kind of just wing it?
I mean, I could say, I wish we had Egrik back. Which Egrik do we get back? Is she alive when we get her back? I didn't specify when we'd get her back. We might get her back 8 years from now. We might have got her back yesterday and she died. Like, turns out we got her back in the void. And nobody could bring her back out. You know.
Oh yeah.
Bass Hunter, a little bit. I'll be honest, I didn't see the DM until like right before this stream, so I'm gonna have to read it more closely, and then I will get back to you in earnest tomorrow. Like I said, depending on how it's run, it can be, you know, it depends, right? So you can, obviously, if you run it rules as written, there are things it can do. You know, there's certain things it can do without the risk of failure. So those would obviously be your safe bets, right? I wish that, per the spell, you know, that me and these 9 other people of my designation are resistant permanently to this type of damage, which is one of the capabilities of Wish. All right. Well, we made it back, chat. We still got 4 wishes in the tank. True. We are down super advantages. Woo. We only got him the one time, though, so.
Hi, what happened? How was the wish? Did I hear the wish? Did we hear the wish?
Oh, I'll give it to you, yeah. I wish for the resurrection of Egrik to occur immediately without harm, death, suffering, or negative consequence to myself, my companions, loved ones, or innocent beings. The result should be as intended in my thoughts, free from loopholes, misinterpretation, or unforeseen repercussions, lasting permanently unless I explicitly state otherwise.
I'm assuming you've seen that commercial with the Wish Genie and the
Yes.
lawyer. And yeah, that was amazing. Oh man.
Ranma, basically Egrik was a like in the stars as a constellation shining over 3 different worlds. Eberron, Theros, and Faerun. And she basically came down as a shooting star and appeared in our keep in material form. Yeah, well, Navy man, that was the goal. To make it a ironclad wish. I need to have something like this in my back pocket when I'm hanging on to 4 of these bad boys. We can't just be throwing them out willy-nilly. That's also why Theodore didn't go, okay, that means you get a wish, and you get a wish, and you get one, and I'll
Don't
keep
ever
one
give
for
me a
me.
wish. Don't ever give me a wish. Mm-mm.
Exactly. How can we get your loot table, and does it work for D&D Beyond maps? Well, so the loot table is a spreadsheet. So, in theory, I could just give you the link to the spreadsheet. It doesn't work explicitly within D&D Beyond because you would then need to make all the rolls yourself. Like, you would have to roll a percentile and then reference the table, and then if you're going to follow RoBear's rules, roll a d4 and then refer to roll a percentile. I have to look into the best way in which to do this, in which does not lead to cease and desist from Wizards of the Coast. So obviously I can't charge for it. I'd love to, but I can't. So I have to find the best place to house this in a way that's beneficial for everyone. You know, there's still some bugs here, even in Foundry. We found a couple the other day. I had to fix the bag of tricks was busted, and we had to yeet the unbreakable arrow. Although I did think of a great use for the unbreakable arrow after we got rid of it, RoBear.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like 2-handle double doors, right? You pull open like this.
Mhm.
You know, stick an unbreakable arrow through those handles. It's like a lesser powerful immovable rod, but
Yeah, it's essentially a movable rod, yeah?
I mean, you could shake it loose like it's, you know, it's just an arrow sitting through there, but it's unbreakable. So
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck jiggling it loose.
well, listen, like I said, it's not,
Yeah.
it's a common magic item. It's one arrow that can't be broken. Like, you got to get creative to make that use. It's not like, it's also, you know, you're not going to bend this arrow into another shape or anything. Like, I don't know. I guess it functions as a jack stand, right? Like if you're jacked up a cart and you need to shove the arrow underneath it, now you've got a makeshift jack stand. You got to get real creative in how you're going to use an unbreakable stick.
But man, does it make you think how often I could use an unbreakable stick?
God. So many times could I use like a 24-inch unbreakable stick.
Once again, NVIDIA really being very confused with my top knot and it disappearing.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah.
Baddie,
like
you thought you were
hiking.
sweating? My hat's done. This thing's cooked.
I had to change my shirt.
Did you?
I literally went and changed my damn shirt.
Okay, we're there. We're there.
I don't know what's going on, but like the heat and well, actually I knew what's going on. I didn't realize the door to my room was shut, which I cannot do when I'm running 3 PCs, 18 monitors, a jet engine, and 2 small generators.
Yeah.
So I was like, why is it so damn hot? And for what the air vent is way in the back. It just sucks if I leave my door shut, and I didn't realize it was shut for most of the time after I got the tacos from Tay, which was as we started the show.
Also, it was, I don't know if it was down south, but it was like 74 degrees today.
Dude, it was 96 today. Like,
What?
A cool 50 degrees,
I-
baby.
Yeah, it was 46 today for us.
it was so warm
That's
here.
wild. Yeah. I instantly, because it's trash day, I walk out and I go, yeah, I forgot. We're back in the swamp again. All right. Mechanically, Egrik, now that you have a constellation form, you will be getting the Wheeler Woe dice from Star Druid. Inside my campaigns, there are no downfalls to using it. I make it just like the Artificer's Flash of Genius. You basically have an upgraded version of guidance, but you get to roll it. So you can assist anyone's roll with a D6.
Oh.
And you'll have a set of uses, I believe, tied to your proficiency bonus. This is going to be a unique ability. It can be added just like inspiration.
Nice.
Also, your spiritual weapon will now be basically like your archer's shot that is in constellation form. So you will not have to cast spiritual weapon unless you want to upcast it. It will come across at, I believe, what is half your spell level right now? We have just got 8th level spells, right?
Just hit 8, yeah.
Yeah, so it is a free 4th level spiritual weapon that will be activated on your bonus action. And it will also have increased movement because of your constellation form. Because if it's one thing I hate the most is casting spiritual weapon, being able to maybe hit it once and then never track anything down ever again.
Don't worry, it'll get there at the end of its concentrate, or at the end of its 1 minute casting time. it'll make its 120 foot movement, and then it's just like and it's gone.
It's
We
no
had that. We did that.
Baldur's Gate.
It's
We
no
did that
Kalthorr
when-
train.
We did that in one of my games. RoBear ran his spiritual weapon from like the top of the map, and it got all the way to where they were fighting, and then dissipated before it could attack.
That is my entire existence in Solasta. It's casting spiritual weapon and trying to chase that thing down. Which, by the way, chat, I'm going to play that demo next time that we are not doing something on stream. I want to play that badly. I've heard nothing but glorious things. All right. With all the friends back together again in the courtyard. You guys see Egrik in her constellation form before she manifests back to how you saw her the day that she left.
Kalthorr is just sprinting at her and just scooping her up. No. Yep. Again. Little less nasty, a little less sloppy, but definitely a good back crack.
Oh, that felt great after 2 years, actually.
Puppies.
Yeah, I feel like after your big hug, she removes her arms from being squeezed and wraps what she can around you. I feel like it's just two little arms trying to go around your shoulders, but they just kind of lay there.
Miss you, buddy.
While this display is going on with Egrik and Kalthorr, Davik kind of hangs back with Remy and just kind of you feel the weight of the God Fist on your shoulder, but like just not heavy, but just like pats Remy's shoulder, smiles at him. I told you we'd make it.
You did. He gives you a big hug.
He'll hug him right back. Yep.
Damn right you did. He's just all smiles.
And then I'll join in try to initiate a group hug like I'm trying to start a slow clap. I'm like, come on, guys. Isaiah, get in here.
Do we all hug?
Sure.
Home sweet home.
I still hate this.
Should we roll for does Isaiah
Get
hug?
over here, Isaiah.
He gets just the beginning part of respectfully before he is forced into the hug.
I think I need a nap. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Third one.
the biggest nap.
You've earned like 2 years worth of sleep.
Yeah. I think I have. And he's gonna kind of just pick up Egrik a little bit and just set her down there with everyone for a second. I am very glad we found you.
Well, the same to you. You were missing too. And now we're home.
Let's not do that again.
I agree. I will never want to do that again. That's tough.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
She's gonna hug your leg and like monkey her legs and arm around like a boot.
I'm attached to you forever now.
And she starts slipping from like the sweaty clamminess that everybody's been feeling. It's like, oh, and hits the ground where she gets back up.
All right, you deserve your nap. At least 10 hours.
As for the rest of you, and he kind of just like scans, don't let her out of your sight while I sleep, please.
All right. I was in sight last time. Just the Egrik thing.
No. Slop have whole payroll now.
Oh, yeah, buddy. We gotta talk about that.
Open a taxi.
How have you grown the business, Slop?
I did everything that Theodore wrote down in order.
Thank you, buddy.
You can read?
Kinda.
Did you mess up my garden?
No.
I think that was me.
Are you telling the truth?
Slop incapable of lying.
Is he?
I mean, he said it, so.
Guess I'll find out.
I played horseshoes once.
I don't
Stop.
understand that one.
I'm gonna go rush to the garden to see the damage.
Well, he played horseshoes once. He gave up on that because he was by himself. There is an immaculate sandcastle in the middle of it that's about 3 feet high. You can tell it was a solid afternoon between getting buckets of water and forming it up in the middle. The rest of your garden is untouched. Slop deliberately made this sandcastle in the middle of it until he kind of looked around and realized that it really shouldn't have been making a sandcastle in it. But it's left there in all of its glory.
I would just kind of shake his head and just grab the rake, because this is the one he maintains this manually. He'll just grab the rake and just get to work to stop. Just getting his Zen garden back in perfect balance.
Yeah, Kalthorr is walking. It's just a very slow trudge to his little bed. I guess big, very big bed.
Much bigger now, I guess, right?
Isn't that where Slop cooks?
Yeah.
Sleep on,
Is it
like,
just
No,
a kitchen,
Slop-
one room?
bed.
Slop's got his own. He has his own. He's got his own
Mother-in-law
room and everything.
suite?
Yeah, he's good.
Yes.
He's been taken care of. Slop's doing great. He's living his best
Been
life.
remodeling.
Slop is thriving.
He's
love
been,
Slop is thriving.
he's been watching Instagram shorts, specifically sandwich
reels.
the sandwich of the day guy. He really loves the sandwich of the day guy. He's just been he's been on his craft. Right now he's somewhere in between crafting his own take on the Reuben and like a classic pastrami. Like that's where he's at. He's hitting the classics right now.
I said, let me. I'm gonna ask Slop how long it's been since we left.
I was literally gonna ask that.
Good question.
Slop no understand Ed Greenwood's calendar of Faerun.
Give me an estimate.
Sun go up and down twice.
Okay. All right.
So is that
2 days. I think.
Days.
died?
Those are 2. That's not what Greenwood says on his. It's different. I tried.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I tried. Yeah, but you made good time. Slop thought you'd be gone for a week.
Time is
So did I,
soup.
buddy.
Slop not even done with his sourdough culture starter.
Wow. Well, hey, at least we get to experience that.
Yeah, I really wanted to make sourdough mini pizzas for you.
That sounds excellent.
Yeah.
So glad I'm back.
Slop have new sauce recipe. Basil and garden.
You get the tomatoes from Davik's garden too?
Slop kind of read. Slop been in Davik's garden a lot. He has nice things there.
He does.
About this time, you just hear thaumaturgy. Slop!
It's like public park at home. Very clean. Almost too clean.
Yeah.
What day is it?
I'm sorry, Egrik. I don't know Ed Greenwood's calendar. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm God Sam. My apologies.
It's Thursday, Sam.
You said what time of day, right, Sam?
Yes.
What day is
No, don't worry.
What? I'm
I
sorry.
want everyone else to win.
Yeah, it's going into evening now. The all of our Christmas lights are kicking in as Slop has really focused in on the patio aesthetic of making this place look like a millennial decorated new age brewery patio.
Oh, so many RGB lights.
So much brushed aluminum chic. No, you guys have a really killer Bobby Flay approved outdoor kitchen an area like he definitely honed in on like, you know, burgers and beers on the patio, like
hanging out.
He's watched so much Food Network.
Slop really only watches the Food Network and
You see him with two
HGTV, yeah.
That's
slices
all
of
that's
bread,
on the
he goes,
DVR. It's just-
Slop,
There's nothing but beat Bobby Flay on the DVR.
Slop really into Property Brothers.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, is it Jonathan and Scott? Scott and Jonathan?
I don't remember his name, but the guy that has all the wicked tats, he's my favorite of all time. He's the realtor that's like all tatted up, and he's got he's a total vibe. Oh God, he's great. I can't think of his name. I have no idea what it is, but he's the best thing on that channel.
I just imagine this is Slop telling us everything.
Slop really liked the sassy
What?
tattooed realtor a lot.
He's caught up on Selling Sunset.
$1 million listing.
Yeah, Slop get dream home. Yeah, not to mention you guys have a fully functional barracks. There are guards on post. I mean, Ted has an entire character sheet that you can't open that has all of their names and positions.
Yeah, I've got everybody in every space. They all have names and personalities.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not even kidding.
Oh, he went all in on this.
I have 50 characters that I built out for the purposes of being in this bastion.
You're such a DM.
It's fair. Listen, he said go. He said, I was like, how am I doing this? And he said, whatever you want. I said,
Yeah.
Okay.
And it really does. It takes almost 60 seconds to load.
Because it's got so many characters in it. Yeah.
So it's not just characters. Ted also pulled in their actual build. So all of it is old. It's also old coded Foundry. So it could just.
Oh, it's just.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No, it's just terrible. It's terrible.
It's the Dark Star of.
It will absolutely.
Evil Egrik.
Yeah, I'm scared to double click on.
Yeah. We don't look at we look at that one. We don't actually click it until you start advancing bastion
look
turns.
and
We don't have to worry about it.
judge.
Yeah. We'll get the names. We'll just leave all of the data that we imported in there. It's basically a character sheet that has 50 character sheets inside of it that unfold. It's the Russian doll. So yeah, you guys actually have staff and security. Your keep is largely untouched. It doesn't seem like there's riots in the streets here, and thankfully,
Great.
there isn't. Doesn't seem to be death knights patrolling the roads.
Yay.
Vecna has not invaded your plane of existence.
That's fantastic.
Kalthorr, you have
No.
to make a very important decision before you go to bed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I have to close it.
What are you going to do with the third piece of the Rod of Seven Parts?
Oh.
I thought I thought I handed it off to Theodore.
Oh yeah, you did.
He did. I have.
Okay,
in
you
the-
you have the Tesseract case now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. You go to bed. You're fine, bro. You don't have to worry about putting it in the safe under your bed or whatever. Yeah, you've made the handoff.
Egrik cooked Benadryl in your water before she went to sleep.
Oh, to sleep.
Holy shit.
I made you a brew.
Oh. I imagine that Kalthorr has like, you have like you don't have gray, like white hair, like spread out. You have just the rogue. You have the one, you got like the
You
one.
do. Yeah.
The Stacy London. And
Oh.
what not to wear.
Classic.
Yeah, it's like natural. So good.
Remy's gonna walk over to the bar cart.
Yeah.
All right, Remy.
Egrik's gonna walk up behind him.
I told you we were going to talk later.
Sounds like it's later.
I expected you to contest a bit more.
What am I gonna do? What do I have to do? I'm happy to be home. You think I'm gonna go to bed now? If I could go to bed if I wanted to, I wasn't tortured for the last 2 years. You tortured me for the last 15 minutes.
Same.
That's it.
I have like the worst burst of energy right now, so I don't think I'm going to bed for a week. But
Yeah, you are literally glowing.
looks good, huh?
How do you do that over there? I don't even want to know. It's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think that I want something a little sweet. So I ain't gonna go to the top shelf stuff. I think I'm gonna go over here to this call, and he's gonna pull out the equivalent of like a Woodford Reserve, and he's got a batch of cherries that have been soaking in Woodford Reserve. And he's gonna go and get a little bit of those cherries and some infused cherry syrup, and he's gonna make himself a hard cherry cola cocktail there. Just fizzy enough at the top to where you can smell the sweetness of the cherries. Anybody else that wants one?
I will take that as well. With no glass, no lick. I just want the cherries.
You bet. He goes and fetches out a small cocktail glass of those cherries, and he sits down, and it's that, oh man, one of my favorite things, that cold leather.
Oh,
As you sit down, you're not stuck to it yet. It's just
Yet.
comfy and just like siphons all of the stress and the heat out of your body for just a second. And you're like, oh, sets his drink on the end table. Home again, home again. Get a jig. What's on your
Where
mind?
are Theo and Davik? Y'all ready?
Oh, right now I'm kind of like. Okay, so stop. So everybody got all of what they needed. We've got plenty of supplies for We're good.
My head hurts, Theodore.
I'll take over. Just tell me what you've done so far, and then you go get a break, make some sandwiches.
Page
Get a break. Go work.
Yeah,
3.
page 3.
Slop
Got it.
on,
Okay.
Slop on page 3. Yeah.
No worries, buddy.
1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2,
Can't.
3. Yeah. 3.
Got it. Thank you so much. Listen,
3.
you know what? You can take the rest of the day off. I know you love making sandwiches, Egrik. So,
No. Slop makes sandwiches on time. It's
Wait,
okay.
wait, but I can help. Slop, you've never had one of my sandwiches.
Egrik,
That is my name.
you just got alive again. You don't make sandwich. Slop makes sandwich for you.
Whoa. Let's pause. You're right. But next time,
Next time, you make Slop BLT.
what is it? Bacon, cabbage. No, that's a C.
Bacon lizard taco.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Bacon lizard taco. Yeah.
Can we do that for breakfast?
Of course. Anything you want.
Shows. Kalthorr will love it.
Okay. I need to go finish my sourdough starter and sandwiches.
Nice work, buddy.
Davik comes to the where everyone's meeting, just soil,
bar.
just
Yeah.
hair all disheveled, trying to undo whatever Slop did. Oh man, oh cherries, and just he'll grab one of the cherries.
Why is it spicy?
Not realizing where it came from.
That'll put some pep in your step.
Egrik's gonna reach and eat one, looking at you.
How strong are these cherries, RoBear?
At least 5% each.
They are Woodford Reserve proof. I think Woodford's 85, 90.
Spicy.
90?
Yeah.
Just make it 100 at that point.
Well,
Oh, Mr. These cherries have gone bad or something. What?
Oh,
That
no,
means they've gone good.
yeah, they're bad. Well, I bet you have another. You may change your opinion.
It's kind of weird tasting, but for some reason I want another one.
Yeah.
And Egrik's just gonna push the bowl over to you. So fascinated. Because I don't think she's really quite seen you loosen up yet.
Where are these from? Are these from here? I'm just kind of hold it up and inspect it.
Oh, it's getting weird tonight.
Yeah, he'll down another one.
So?
It stings my throat as it goes down. What is...
While that's happening in the background.
So Remy, why are you depressed?
Depressed? What?
I noticed it earlier.
What?
You haven't seemed yourself in the last, I don't know how many days it's been.
Egrik,
Yes.
I don't know how better I can put this, but there's gonna come a time where I ain't gonna be no good to anybody.
Whoa, you're thinking, buddy.
No. Egrik, hear me out.
I'm listening. All ears in her like
Big floppy ears. Do a little
You
twitch.
saw the same thing that I saw. That we all saw.
Mhm.
The Whispered One knows no bounds.
Yeah.
I can't do what I was set out to do wherever he is. I've already felt that. I've had everything taken away from me once. I couldn't do shit in Amonkhet. I was a glorified bag holder. Not to mention, the dead are your people, but they're mine too.
Yeah. I would never take that away.
No.
No. The bucket. Please use the bucket.
We'll get to that natural one in a minute. These people I talk to, they're part of me. So it's like having part of myself cut out my soul. It's just those thoughts loom heavy. At some point in time when we collect all these parts, what good am I gonna do when we have to face against him?
Do you not think that we're all not equal in how we don't know how that's gonna go for any of us?
Well, I can't assume the best. I have to assume the worst. Everything else will be a benefit from there. I have to make and find myself a way to be useful if that's the case. The spirits are my strength and my power.
How can I help you feel more confident in all your abilities?
That's the
And-
scary thing, Egrik, because I've been confident my whole life about everything that I do, to a detriment. And this is out of my hands. I don't know what to do. The only things I know to do in my heart of hearts is to assume that they won't be with me.
Yeah. I can't say I fully understand you and how that feels, but if I can help in any way to alleviate any stress. It's heavy, but I can help make it lighter.
She's going to reach out across this table, open palm, her hand if he would like to grab it.
He takes her.
She squeezes. I can't say it's going to be okay, but I can say we'll try.
He takes that deep breath.
She does it as well. A little mimic of it.
I regret to inform you, Egrik, that I do not have an unknown past of a history of archery like Theodore. I, in fact, am a horrible boxer, unlike Davik. I've never enjoyed black powder, let alone guns that manifest weird symbols on the sides. And no matter how much I go to the gym, I will never be able to pump myself up as much as Kalthorr.
Don't worry, I beat him at arm wrestling once. You don't say you can't.
And I have certainly never sacrificed myself for all my friends like you have.
Yeah.
So
but
maybe
you're
I gotta
always-
find something.
I think you have something that you just don't see. You can connect and speak with people's most core selves better than anybody. Like, you feel it. And that helps us so much. What?
I make cocktails. I play the violin.
Those are extra things.
I tell stories that are questionably true.
We can keep going down this if you want. I pick my nose. I pick Kalthor's nose. But I also
She's just going to look up at the sky.
can do really cool things too. We both can.
She's going to squeeze his hand again.
Smiles. He looks over. Davik is blissfully asleep. 4 cherries deep hit him like a couple of beers in the couch. My man got that simple buzz in that comfy seat. It wasn't the alcohol, it's just the sheer comfort of home in his own furniture.
Did you eat the pits? You're not supposed to eat the pits.
You can see
Down the
that
hatch.
Snow has nestled in and like hip checked him like 4 times to like move him over to the other side as this giant winter wolf also gets up on the couch. You're so bony.
What's his name? Snow's.
Oh yeah, Snow can talk. He's been listening the whole time
I
as
know.
well.
It startles me every time.
That is literally his only plot device, is to make everyone feel awkward when they realize that Snow can talk. Yeah, I know.
Every time.
It's
It's like everyone always forgets he can talk, and then he just says something.
it's the crown. You know what? Actually, he's gonna get up and goes, I'm gonna go see if Slop's gonna give me any of those sandwich trimmings. You go do that, buddy.
That'll never not be a little weird, but also really cool.
Weird, but it's also maybe the least weird thing about all of this.
Yeah. Hey, I kind of wasn't here. How are you feeling? Y'all mentioned Sir Timothy. What happened with that?
Well,
Where'd he go?
that's another roller coaster of things.
I'm buckled in. Zzz.
Yeah, well, the TLDR.
Mhm.
That day that Timothy went out on his own, which we told him not to do anymore on the open ocean, well, he got himself in a pickle. And he broke his oath. The open sea. But he didn't know who he was letting in when he did it.
Who did he let in?
He let in Kos, the betrayer. And he became a Death Knight in his legion. He was literally a guard at his tower when we found out. Well, when Isaiah changed when we were inside that colossal warforge, something changed. I saw it on his gun. Timothy never appeared to us until there was a symbol on his gun in blood.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to focus on the positive that he was back, but we knew it wasn't right.
Wait, did the gun summon him?
This is a conversation when Isaiah is ready that we're going to have.
Yeah.
I had that hard conversation with Timothy already. I'm not saying that we came to peace, but I think we both said some stuff that was needed to get off our chest. Wherever Timothy is now, he's free. And that's the important part.
Yeah.
Whether he's crossed over on the other side, or whether he's out there somewhere probably getting himself into more trouble than he shouldn't, he's free. No oath to the ocean. No oath breaker of Kos. He is his own man again. And that is all the peace I have ever wished him. But I do hope that we get to see our friend again. I hope all of you get to see him.
Me too.
Even in his own state, a friend is still a friend.
Yeah.
He made our initial time on Eberron a little bit easier after we lost you and we lost Kalthorr. Seeing an old face and everything.
I'll have to make sure to thank him real big next time we see him.
Next time, indeed. We're going to figure it out, whether that is...
Y'all somehow did with me. I know we can figure it out. We got a lot of brains.
I look over at Theodore as just a magic user with no mana. I have no idea that the hows of the future have kind of broken Remy just a little bit. Of just he's feeling very pedestrian, and he wished he had more answers.
Remy, I don't know. That was a lot for all of us to take in. And I'm not entirely sure I understand everything myself, but we know that the Whispered One has been at work in many other planes, multiverses other than this one. And there's something to be said for the fact that we're all here together and we're in the only one that he hasn't yet. And I think that means that we're going to be the ones that put an end to this and redeem all of those other places, whether they have magic or not, whether their gods are gone or not. We've been put on this quest. It was just a routine mission before we got summoned away to Sigil and Sanctum on a wish gone wrong. And that is a whole lot of things that need to fall into place to get to the point where we're the people standing up against a would-be god to protect everything, all the multiverses. So yeah, right now, it's a little dire. We didn't know what we didn't know before. And now we know that, unfortunately, a lot of other people have tried and failed. And I don't know what the combination has led to this, whether it's the sass or the snark or the brain eating or the blind rage or the falling asleep after eating 4 cherries, but some sort of weird melting pot concoction of what this group has is what's gonna be what saves everything. And yeah, I realize that's probably a lot of pressure too, but we saw how many multiverses there are, and we're the one, and that is an encouraging thought.
I agree. I don't think that this makes me nervous at all. It makes me excited.
You have Erebos behind you, and
Exactly.
Theodore, you have
And y'all have me.
an entire spell book's worth of knowledge of which wizards have crafted over millennia, and you have Maliki on your side. Davik controls the elements. Kalthorr literally channels the lightning and fire of a world that I can't even imagine. Isaiah's a vampire with a gun. And now he does the same thing as Kalthorr. He's a planeswalking vampire with a gun.
Now say it 3 times fast.
I don't have a god. I don't have a thing. I just happen to talk to dead people. It's really sinking in that Remy is someone who receives his strength through the knowledge and ESP of the ethereal plane. His connection is to the ancestors that walked before us. I don't know what to do.
You don't have to answer right away. I want you to think about it. And I don't want you to think that it's too silly to feel this way. But what are you afraid of right now?
Not being able to help my friends.
Well, you'll never know unless we try.
I was there when I was worthless. I know exactly what it's like. I have to come up with something. And you're right, I don't know what that is right now, but I'm not going to be able to pick up and shoot a bow tomorrow. I'm not swinging an axe anytime soon. And I have to assume that it's just going to be me for the first time. And if that's the case, I need to be ready for that.
I wouldn't take that away from you.
And if I have to be the bag holder, then so be it. I'm the bag holder. Well, at least for the rest of you. Since Davik's bags isn't connected still. And probably won't ever be. Do you think that guy looks in? Do you think he ever looks in and looks at our stuff? I know he can't take our stuff out, but like, he has that bag that was interconnected. So like, it's kind of like an invasion of privacy.
I don't know.
I don't want to.
Davik seems pretty good. But it would be funny if he did and be like, "Oh, Egrik, what was that?" And be like, "That was a crap I put in there like 2 years ago."
Remember, I deactivated the cloud share before I.
Yes.
Yeah. I made a point.
These are the thoughts that Remy has. It's good.
Yeah. Also, how would Remy know that?
I don't know if he turned it on and off again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Every so often, we should just keep tabs on everything we put in there is still in there, and not like randomly an Amonkhet. Like,
we need to do some inventory.
Yeah, do inventory management.
Yeah.
Just get a couple stacks so we can make sure, okay, consumables are over on this panel, and then that way we can keep track.
Well, I am curious though. When you walk with him, what's it like when you get on the ferry? I've only ever taken people to the docks. I've never got on. Well, I know my ass won't be coming back. I can't. But I've walked there so many times. I've wondered, well, what's it look like? He never says any. Well, I don't even know what it is. They're kind of they're shrouded to me.
It usually ends up resembling just last bit things of comfort. for each person, so it's different every time. But the feeling is always the same. It's never sad, which is really cool. Because you think maybe it is, but no. Because by that point, they should be at their calmest if I'm doing my job right. Yeah. It always feels good.
Do you think that maybe Athreos will let me just ride sometime?
Maybe. Do you want me to ask for you? I get when it's awkward sometimes. She's like, oh, I want to know this thing for my friend. But I can actually ask for my friend. I don't mind.
Well, I can come with you. I can.
Come on.
I mean,
Come on.
if I'm not going to be any good, I might as well help and do what I've always been good at, you know? Maybe I could help a little bit more. Until, obviously, I can't.
Hey. I'll help out until I can't. As well. And, because I know you said that you'll likely end up being the bag holder, which is a very big responsibility, by the way, so don't take that away from yourself. But if you need to, I would like to be bag holder with you. You can spread out the weight.
You got Twilight healing to do, Egrik. And
Yeah.
Twilight sword swinging to do.
Actually, I can now kind of do that laying back. In a way.
You know, this doesn't make it any easier. You getting cooler and me getting less cool as time goes.
Whoa. Did you see? Theo, I swear you're a god still, and you can't lie to me. I'm actually going to cast Zone of... I can't do it, actually. I don't know how to do that, but I will find out.
What? That was a lot.
Are you a god?
No. I've heard when someone asks, you're supposed to say yes. But
You're a god? Is that a rule?
yeah, I've heard that before. But no, I'm not. I just use the tools in the toolbox. That's all.
That's like noodling in my brain.
Exactly.
Use the tools in the tool. Yeah. I believe you. Okay, he's not a god. But you're really cool.
Thank you. You're not so bad yourself.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Remy. Oh my gosh.
Fillet of fish.
I take a pillow and I slowly
Slivered onions.
Slivered onions.
Cherries.
I envy the trust that you all have. My family made a mistake a long time ago. A long time ago. The only reason I can even play the violin the way that I do is because of that mistake. I don't even have the actual natural talent that I described. They made a bad deal and we became infernal. And I still owe that debt to this day. My entire family line does. And And that's not going to change.
What is that debt?
I talk to dead people because I ain't no different than them, Egrik.
What do you
When I
mean?
said I was dead inside, I ain't lying.
That's okay.
My soul, my entire family's soul
Oh.
belongs to someone else. That's why I can do what I can do. And that's why I can't walk any further. Because the truth is, I ain't got nowhere else to go. I was born into this world, owed to somebody else. Now I've lived long enough to find out that there's a good chance somebody else wants to take away what little I've carved out for myself. I take solace in the stories of those that have walked in the past and the friends that I have now. That's what gives me comfort. That and the bar cart.
Hmm.
The bar cart ain't helped me in a long time. I've learned to live with my vices. There ain't no running away. Timothy taught me that long before he broke his oath. And I still believe that. And I gave him hell. I told him he was the one thing that I believed in, the one person
Oh.
that I thought would never break, bend, and budge. But even he did. You know, in a way, after I got done getting angry, actually made me feel a little bit better. Because even Superman can make mistakes.
I don't know who that is.
No, it's like a super person. Like
I get it.
Yo.
somebody
Are you
named
Remy?
Superman, that would be weird.
Right? I mean, it's a little on the nose, don't you think?
Yeah.
Remy, if you could, what would you, and you weren't, decisions made long before your time that weren't your decisions to be made, and you could do whatever you wanted, have that capability to do or pursue any path, or whether that's in the form of power and adventuring or not, what would you want to do?
I want to do everything I do now without having somebody take it away from me. I made my path. I know I can play the hell out of that violin. I know damn well that I can tell a good story. And I want to make sure that when the spirits remain, that they know that they are loved and they have not been forgotten. I love my life, Theodore. I haven't done anything in this world that I haven't wanted to do or enjoyed yet. I'm just tired of people telling me when I can and can't do it. That's the
Well,
only thing that haunts me.
I don't know who made that decision and who holds this over you and your whole family.
Well, it was
right
great
now-
grandpa. It's definitely my great grandpa. It's
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Do we know who great grandpa spoke with?
I do, and I will prefer to not invoke their name anytime soon. Because when I do, I will have to perform against them.
Oh.
Let me. Fair. Understand there's a lot. We've been danced all around a variety of secrets as a group, and I understand the reason why we have to keep some and not others, and that's fine. And I'm not asking for that information. I'm not prying, but
I'll be very clear. The request was for my God-given talents. I will have to dance with that devil at some point in time.
well,
That time is not now.
my point is we've got pull out a list of all of the worst offenders in any multiverse, and you could throw a dart at that list and we've pissed them off. What's throwing one more on top? If this is something that we can help you with in any way, I can't speak for everybody, but I know I would gladly jump in and help free you of whatever this is.
You know, that contract is ironclad as your spell book. But I'll tell you this much. I'll take y'all as an audience any day of the week.
It's like the cherry on top.
She says, grabbing one of the cherries and kind of handing it to Remy.
Take it.
He will eat it and tie the stem into a knot.
Yes, that's so good. I haven't mastered
I haven't
that
lost
yet.
all my talent.
Well, you know, it's funny you say, as ironclad as my spellbook, on multiple occasions, people outside of myself have put spells in that spellbook. So there's all sorts of ways to bend and twist and alter these rules. So I'm sure there's a way
What does that mean?
we can find out how to weasel through or, you know, play the same game and get you out of this contract.
Theodore, are there things that we need to know about that are in that book?
That's what I'm saying.
Not one of them is no secret, and that is a divinely gifted ability to commune with Mieliki. That was granted to me.
You made that sound so horrible.
I'm not done.
Oh,
The other one, we don't speak about it because we can't
Oh.
say the name of the person whose spell it is.
we got too many of these nameless
Yeah.
individuals in our lives.
Well, it's a certain whispered one. And right after we appeared in Evernight, this appeared in my book. And I've kept it there on a squirreled away page, never going back to it. And yeah,
Y'all gonna make me pull my horns out.
maybe not right now, not today, but in the next couple of days or so.
Damn, Davik,
Whenever-
don't fall out of your chair. Holy shit. It's all, hey, buddy, it's all right. We ain't fighting nothing. You realize
What is it? It's here. It's here.
no, hey, you realize that you'll knock a mother out if you swing in your sleep. Oh, it's just you had a little bit of thunder left on that thing. God, damn.
So-
All good. It's
What is in those cherries?
It's okay. It's okay. Snow comes running back in and does the hard lean into your leg, like
yeah.
Those are evil cherries.
Anyway, when everybody's feeling up to full strength, and I'm gonna talk to everybody about trying to extricate that spell from my spell book. I don't know what'll happen. Maybe it'll be as easy as ripping out a piece of paper and throwing it away. But if everything else that's happened so far has been what I think, it ain't gonna be that easy.
Yeah, just like my contract.
Yeah, exactly. I've already had Tasha tried to steal it out of there.
I thought you
So
really.
the first time I met her, we talked about it a little bit because I was
I thought
concerned.
you two were like, oh, she just wanted you for your spell book.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It became pretty apparent very quickly.
There's worse things.
Fair. But I try to not get in bed with necromancers. Did that once. Never again.
There's a fine line between spirits and the dead.
Amen to
Whoa.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, she tried. She failed. But she knows that it exists, and she tried to convince me that I need to cast that spell to see what it does as a purely scientific thing. And then I can be so powerful to bend that spell to my own will and make it my own. And that is definitely the path that turns you into a Nothic, and I'm not an idiot. So...
Well,
Wait, you're gonna turn into a Nothic?
No, I'm good. I'm good, Davik.
maybe I've had enough whiskey just to be a contrarian, but you know spring chicken and you don't have any spells of your own yet.
Oh, there was one. We just cast it last time.
That's right. That's right. Well, ends that argument. Middle-aged wizard can't survive.
That's right. Listen, when everybody's at full strength, I want this out. And I don't know what'll happen, but it's been there. And there's never been a situation where I'd ever need to use it. And I've thought maybe if things got real dire, it would be the time. But I don't think... it's not me, so...
Yeah.
Anyway, I can. I'm gonna go, probably not to sleep. But I'm gonna go check out the comfiness of my top bunk and make sure Kalthorr's still breathing.
That's a good idea.
Good idea.
Thank you. I'm full of them.
And she would just scoot back from this table.
Jinxies, no takebacks.
Well,
Let's talk about
Yeah.
Theo. Me and Theo said the same thing. Hey, but you, hey, Egrik.
What?
Whenever you're feeling up to it, I'd like to have that conversation with Athreos.
Okay. Not now, Egrik.
burst of energy is surging through her, but she's just like
how about an
act
hour? Maybe an hour and a
cool,
half?
act normal.
Mhm.
Still be awake.
Yeah. No, I love to.
Thank you.
Anytime. You three go to bed. You too, Isaiah. As a joke. Get it? Haha.
Isaiah,
Anyway.
Who's signing the contract?
Isaiah, somewhere in the darkness, travels to another part of the darkness.
Mhm. Now, come on, buddy. I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna help either like shoulder, like under Davik's shoulder, or we all have 22 strength. I might just pick him up and carry him back to his room.
Do the cat collar.
Oh God! Let the memes start of shirt off muscle wizard Theodore, just the hat and his robes wrapped around his waist. just carrying
Muscle
Davik.
wizard cast
I have,
fist.
to, I have to send y'all the funniest meme that I found.
And just get Davik back to his place, or put him on Snow and let Snow take him, one of the two.
Actually, he's not gonna let Snow go.
He's kind of coming to, waking up. He can walk, but just before heading off to his quarters, he'll just kind of look back at Remy, having missed all of that conversation because he was knocked out cold. Just, Mr. Remy, I don't know if I said it, but thank you for saving me a couple times back there, keeping us on our toes when things get tough. Just, you're really important, and I think you're stronger than you think you are, and we're gonna need you. He'll just head off.
Remy will smile as you walk off, and he just kind of mutters to himself. Better not be relying on me on the end, buddy.
And we'll get him an acid-proof cloak. He'll be fine.
Hey,
And I think, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Snow, before you go back with Davik, you ever wanted to learn dominoes? Snow kind of looks up at the board as he starts to set things up. I can't say I have. Boy, do I have a game for you. And he's going to play a couple of rounds of dominoes as he's going to teach Snow how to play, as Snow's going to be able to use his nose nudging pieces together as he sets it up.
I love that. I love that.
Now, no cheating. You got that. Hey, I know you got that helm. All right. Don't think about using that for all that extra intelligence you got against me. Okay. I'm already 2 drinks in. So if you win, it's beyond beginner's luck.
I think just on his way back, if Theodore, if you're walking with me, and Davik he's quiet for most of the stroll back to his place, but then just kind of like right for the threshold. Well, we barely made it out of there, didn't we?
Yeah, we seem to do that a lot.
Well, he'll look you in your eye. A deal's a deal. And maybe tomorrow, do that thing we talked about.
Yeah, we can, if you're up for it.
Yeah, I think I'd like that a lot.
Sure thing. And once everyone gets acclimated to this new staff that we have here, I think some of the folks that are here, you're definitely going to want to talk to.
Yeah. Good night, Mr. Theodore.
Night, Davik. I'll leave. Head on back over to my place.
One last thing. As Davik goes to his private quarters, he'll go into the chamber on that table where there's the 2 stones. And he'll pick up one of them. It's a sending stone. And he'll just speak into it. Razor, we need to talk.
Anyone else doing anything?
Oh, I hate that you're not touching further on that.
I
Ugh.
have this, the third piece of the rod of 7 parts. I mean, we can, if we want, we can go ahead and
Yes!
Yes.
magnet.
Thank you. I needed that. Needed that.
That's so satisfying.
There we
Let's
go.
go.
We got but I will gingerly kind of take that out in my like workshop and kind of put it on that previously established like floaty stasis table and just let it sit there and not try to focus on it because I know what happened last time. I'm just gonna let it sit there.
Yeah, you got a bomb spell from.
I did, but I'm not gonna mess with it a third to get lucky one time. We got a lot out of that. I'm gonna leave that one there for now. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit in like a comfy chair, and for the first time in a long time, I'm gonna bring forth a familiar, but it is Adam in his beagle form again. We're not in combat.
Oh.
We don't need a crab to fight. We can just bring forth a pupper and just have him jump up in my lap, and we're just gonna fall asleep in that comfy chair.
Oh.
Cute. Egrik would go into the large room loft situation that she shares with Kalthorr. How would I find Kalthorr? We'll say it's been like an hour and a half
Oh, that's
since
brutal.
she went to sleep.
Just enough to probably get to sleep.
So, like, are you
Out
finally
cold.
asleep or?
Oh, he is out cold, dead to the world. Like,
This is that moment in Monster Hunter when you go into your own tent and your palico starts jumping. Oh, it's like, let's go.
No.
Yes, continue. I will shut my mouth.
No, I like this depiction.
Mm.
Sounds correct. But I think that she would go and grab some colors and paper. And as gingerly as she can, her idea initially was to just go in her loft and chill. Maybe she'd fall asleep from this brand new caffeine that she might crash from later. But instead, she's gonna cozy up in a nook of Kalthorr's arms, where she usually would, and just kind of seated up against him, and she just starts coloring using part of his arm as her hard surface to draw on. And it's just drawing after drawing, nothing too much in particular, but in a way, a story of what happened from her biting the ring into what she did for 2 years, which is a lot of mech. She got really good throughout the evening drawing the same kind of machinery. It looks very much more realistic toward the end of the story. They're just kind of strewn about until she would finally fall asleep. The sun might be peaking, but she's going to close her eyes first, just as she says she did.
Some point in time after finishing up the series of impassioned Dominoes games, Remy will settle in to falling asleep in his favorite recliner there inside the common room. As usual, probably drifting off somewhere mid-conversation with Snow. Snow begins making his way back through the courtyard. Through Davik's garden. and back to your quarters. He finds you, Davik, asleep on your side, staring at that sending stone. And the closer that he gets to it, he kind of bristles up a little bit as a cold wind whips through your room, and that sending stone glows as a glyph of the Sphinx appears on top of it, and it flashes, and he sees it slowly freeze over and encase in ice. As that ice spreads and freezes over your entire nightstand. And he pauses and watches to see how far it spreads. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom save. Oh, wisdom. Ooh.
You spend a night on top of that mountain in Icewind Dale. It's one of those dreams where you see Reza, but about 20, 30 feet away as they always go through a doorway or into the next room. It is a night spent constantly trying to get to them. The quicker you move, the faster that they disappear. Up until the point where you realize that you were just on this mountain by yourself. It is a manifestation of waiting for that sending stone. As your mind plays out, grasping to try to get that connection now that you're back on the material plane. While this is happening, Theodore, with Adam by your side, the 3 pieces of the Rod of 7 parts, complete, but sitting safely between those 2 handles. The minute to seconds before you and Adam blissfully drift off to a restful sleep. That rod begins to shine. Quickly becoming brighter than anything else inside of your room. To the point where there is nothing else but bright white light. Theodore. Theodore, are you there?
Yes?
It's illustrial.
Yes. What's going on?
I don't know. Mordenkainen and Tasha are gone.
All right.
I felt your presence return.
Yes, we just got back.
The third piece of the rod. I thought
Yes.
Mordenkainen was with you.
No, he left before we went to Eberron.
You realize that you've come back like
Oh.
that
mhm.
afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, damn, yeah. No,
He was
we were
just with you.
time stream stuff.
I can't feel the presence, Theodore. I fear the worst.
What would you have us do?
I have no idea. He was supposed to be searching for the next piece.
We know where it is.
Has he gone after the piece himself?
That's entirely possible. It's in Barovia.
Why wouldn't Tasha tell me this? Do you think they've both gone after the piece?
It's possible. I have some theories, and I don't like the two of them together.
Well, that is certainly a discussion. I'm sure that you're keenly aware that the darkness approaches on all of us far quicker than we ever thought.
Yes.
I will search for them. But please, stay in contact. I know that you've just returned from Eberron.
Yeah.
But we have to work quickly. We have to find out whether they've gone after the fourth piece or not. And possibly go for it by ourselves if they have not.
I'll circle with my team and then I will get back in touch with you. But there may be more going on than we were initially aware of.
Understood.
We'll talk soon.
All of you. Stay safe.
Watch your back.
Theodore.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Of course you do. Worth mentioning is, because I keep forgetting this, is this against a spell and or magical effect?
Yes.
Okay, I have advantage on those. From the robe of the Archmagi. All right. 35.
There is another communication
Oh.
that's coming through the rod as well.
And I can't screen my calls. Can I? Like a caller ID on this thing?
Oh, you very much with a 35.
Okay.
You know exactly who it is.
Uh-huh.
And you know exactly where it's coming from.
Uh-huh.
As you see in your mind's eye,
Uh-huh.
lightning break across the sky of Castle Ravenloft.
Mm-hmm.
As a message lingers from Barovia. And that is where we will pick up next week.
Woo! I'm mad.
I'm quite literally a superstar. Thank you for that.
Right?
Okay.
You don't know who's on the other line. It could be Strahd, it could be Koss, it could be anyone in Barovia. It could be Tasha.
Timothy?
Maybe
Timothy
somebody
is-
missed calling.
We don't know where Timothy is. I guess technically he could be, but I doubt that's the place he wants to be now that he's a free man. I don't know where that. To be honest with you, I have to find out from Bife because he has his own new oath that he hasn't told me about. So that will largely guide.
That's so fun.
Oh man, what does that dream mean?
I think both Ted and Theodore know what that means. Boy, we're gonna have a busy day of me doing a lot of exposition come tomorrow. Oh boy. Hope you all like the sound of my voice, because I got a lot of talking to do apparently.
I'm so excited. Yay.
Oh yeah, you need to bring the rod into the common room and just let it go. Put it on speakerphone, baby.
Yeah. Boop.
It should have started 6-7.
That's
You're
what
on
you.
speaker. You gotta say it real quick.
God, star
You're on
6-7.
Shh. Put it on speaker. Hang on. Boop. All right. Yeah, you know, we can hear you. Go ahead. I mean, I can hear you. Go ahead. Just me, nobody else.
You can hear the rustling in the background. Are those people whispering? Shh.
CB better not be who I think it is. You don't know who it is.
Respectfully, we don't know who it is.
Yeah, could be anybody.
Anyone that
Wow.
might get access to, the rod inside of Castle Ravenloft.
Man. Now I wonder if what the spell is in this third piece, and if it's like some sort of long range communication, or it's just them doing it.
An 8th level spell.
To be fair, I haven't even looked at this piece to know if
Fair.
if it has or well, I know it has something, but what it is, I'm merely using it as a device that everyone is looking and using this piece as like a as an Ark of the Covenant.
That's fine. I just need to know if I'll know somebody else is going to put a different spell in my spell book this time. So,
And on that spell is another spell.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I'm glad you like your constellation form.
I do. That was really lovely.
Yeah, it's so cool. So can she do that at will? Can she like go to Constellation?
She's constellation all the time. She changes to be human, to be her goblin form.
goblin form.
Magic.
Yeah.
I posted a picture of the original champion to Erebos in our little group chat. You can kind of see her phasing from her constellation to
snap.
Nixia. Yeah. She's got, if you get 2 seconds, there's a link, read it. Her lore is so fucking cool too. I'm obsessed with Theros and obviously I'm on Cat and the Gods.
It's such a good card. It's the first thing I thought of. I'm so glad you posted this because I'm like, damn it. Now I need the Jason Ingle Villanueva
yes. I already know. Yeah.
The
artist constellation of it. Yeah. We need an Egrik constellation art. Yep.
And there you go. You dropped it. I said I have evoked Athreos. Well, there you go. You poked and prodded. Poor Remy.
Here.
So excited. Yeah, poor Remy.
It is poor Remy. Poor Remy's in game is just trying to do good.
Chat, y'all really want me to they want to wish so bad. They want to wish. Every time something comes up, they're like, sounds like wish time. Sounds like wish time. And it's like, guys, the peanut butter sandwich was across the room. I didn't have to wish for it. Like, I don't understand.
You could have though.
Listen. Right before we go into the Vecna boss room, we wish for Remy to respec his class.
Oh,
They're like,
man.
oh, Remy's got a contract. Sounds like a wish.
Yeah.
Sounds like
you know
a
what's the
wish.
one thing I don't want to wish into is some form of devil contract.
That's
Let's wish. You know,
that is actively. Then I have to retake it and go. Yes, if you use it against this, I will nefariously use any word because it's against the devil's contract. I have to.
You good?
Oh man.
it's still
Kalthorr in his
re-rolling.
dreams.
Sorry, I haven't done it today. I had to.
I kind of want to see this fiddle duel with Remy and the devil.
I mean, it's gonna happen at some point in time. It's his original story from my Baldur's Gate character. Like, it's crossroads. He's gotta perform against the devil that's taking his family's soul. So
Is the devil? I know it's based on Baldur's Gate. Is the devil Raphael? Are you gonna have a House of Hope showdown?
to be very fair, I have never named them because I figured it would just kind of come to me when it gets there. Raphael is definitely the top of my list since he's a Baldur's Gate character. So I would,
and he's got a killer voice. So
yeah.
If you want to keep it in that same scope of names, you can just name him one of the Ninja Turtles. Leonardo.
Donatello. That's Donatello.
Donatello's top tier. Yeah.
I just ordered
Copywriting.
the sweetest Michelangelo Hey Dude shoes because they did Hey Dude did a crossover with Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I saw that.
Okay.
Let me tell you what, at Magic Con, the urge to buy the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bus/case for deck boxes was absurd. And I'm like, I don't need this, but I need this. Luckily, it cost as much as the Rod of 7 Parts for the entire thing, so it kept me at bay. I almost bought the Krang deck box just to have a Krang deck box. Wild stuff. Well, we're gonna have a lot to think about with our communications that come back.
Yay.
On top of the basic housekeeping of what you guys want to do and leave Neverwinter, especially now that you possess the knowledge that at any point in time you may come back and home may be vastly different.
We gotta pick up the pace a little bit, I think. Which means nobody's allowed to miss any episodes.
So the third piece is reverse gravity.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wow. That's neat. I like the idea of it.
Oh, the rod's so cool. All right, everybody. That's where we gotta love and leave you. We'll see you guys next Thursday, as we will probably by the end of it be headed towards Barovia. We'll see y'all then.
Woo! All right, back. Oh, crazy.